What's going on, everybody? So today's video, I just kind of wanted to do a bit of talking about this mouse because as a fingertip enjoyer, as someone who has used the HSK Pro as a main mouse for over 2.5 years, probably 3 or close to 3, I've been kind of on the hunt for something that kind of stacks up to the HSK for me. And I've gone through a lot of fingertip mice. I've used the Domo Shark M5, the Keychron M4, even the Fenrir Max 8K, the HGX Mini, the HDR Pro, Pulsar X2 Mini. I've used a lot of mice. I've got the WL mouse Meow. If there's any I'm missing, I can't think of them right now. But I've used a lot of mice, and yeah, I've always kind of just gone back to the HSK after a while. And I think it's because this mouse has just been the best mouse for me. Size, weight, grip wise, it's kind of just been the best. I've aimed the best on it, and I felt the most like capable on it, if that makes sense. Until now, I would say I was excited for the Fenrir Max when I saw it. I was like, oh, it's just a slightly bigger HSK, and that's what I've been wanting. But when I got it, something didn't feel quite right. It felt a little bit too big in the height category. So like the button height wasn't quite as low as it is on this mouse. So you can see this mouse, it's like really thin at the top, and that low button height plus the grooves in the mouse buttons, like you can't really see it under these grips, but the grooves feel really nice with the low button height. And it still feels like kind of like, you know, how the HSK kind of feels like an extension of your hand a bit, while also being a little bit bigger, so it's a little bit more comfortable. Because, you know, I don't have tiny hands, but I don't have big hands either. I have like medium hands, 18 by 10 centimeters, I believe, last time I measured. So, you know, nothing major, nothing huge. I got about average hands, so, you know, this feels really good for me. And the little flare out at the back for the pinky is really nice, because on the HSK, I would have this problem. See, when I hold this mouse, my pinky is kind of like holding on for dear life on the side here, right? So, the little flare on this mouse kind of fixes that, and it feels really good. And yeah, I'll say it takes some getting used to at first, but that's kind of how every mouse goes. If you get a new mouse, you're gonna have to expect a little bit of discomfort. Give it time, get used to it. It doesn't take that long, realistically. And you'll get used to it, and whether you like it or not, after you get used to it is, you know, only you can tell. But at a certain point, I think I realized, like, yeah, this is it. This is like the perfect mouse for me right now. Like, there's no other mouse on the market for me specifically in how I grip that is better than this mouse. And it's only like around what, 21, 22 grams or something. It's insanely light. It's super duper light. It looks really nice. I love this purple colorway. Reminds me of my Nintendo 64 controllers. And it just feels good. I aim pretty well with it. The software software Jewels has, the browser-based software is really nice. You know, it's got everything you need on there, and you don't have to download anything. And you can get your firmware for both the mouse and the what was it? The sensor, the mouse and the receiver. That's what it is. Mouse and receiver, straight from the website or that you have your software on. And yeah, the performance obviously is good. I've had no issues with QC or like spin outs. Sensors perfectly fine. So obviously it's a top of the line sensor. Any mouse you get nowadays will be perfectly fine, most likely. And yeah, the 8K performance is really good. I would say I have had no issues with it. I kind of just stay on 4K because some of the games I play are not that greatly optimized. So, you know, 8K causes a lot more frame drops, but 4K has been pretty stable pretty much across every single game I play. So, yeah, it's a nice mouse. That's all I can say. Will I recommend it to people who have never used a fingertip mouse before? Probably not. I would say start with something a little safer. The Fenrir Max. The Fenrir Max is a bit bigger, and I would say it's a safer shape, as well as the WL mouse meow. Those are probably the two I would recommend for someone who want to try fingertip mice, but I've never used one before. But if you have been using fingertip mice and you want something that gives you precision, comfort, and control, that is like, you know, the kind of control where you can move it how you want it, but it also doesn't feel like it might slip out of your hand at some point because of how small it is. Or maybe it gives you like bad pains in your fingers like the HSK does. Or that doesn't give you bad pains in your fingers like the HSK does. And yeah, this is a good fit. I would recommend it to anyone who's willing to try it, honestly. But like, if it's your first fingertip mouse, I would say there's better options to try first to see if you like fingertip mice in general. But with my grip, my hand size, I think this mouse for me right now is perfect. Nothing on the market is better. And you can see the clips that I've put up on the video, as well as the zombies gameplay. But I mean, it's zombies, you know, it's not like intensive aiming or anything. But I played some games, different games with it. And yeah, it just feels good. Honestly, the mouse just feels good. And I look forward to trying more fingertip mice in the future because I mean, I'm probably gonna keep doing it, but I'm not gonna do it as much anymore. I'm not gonna buy all the fingertip mice that I see anymore because this one kind of just checks all the boxes. Like, I don't know. I haven't felt like a mouse was perfect for me in a long time, pretty much since the HSK. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got some value out of this video. I hope this helped you decide whether or not you were gonna try this out, try out the Asym. But if you do, you know, hopefully you won't regret it. And if you do regret it, you know, come complain to me in the comment. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.